Artist.
And I'm Cherie Palello. A 14-year-old boy opens fire in a school cafeteria at Madison Junior Senior High School today in Madison Township. And
that's in Butler County. 2 students were shot. 2 others were hurt by shrapnel trying to get out of the school, according to police. The sheriff identifies those who were shot as 15-year-old Cameron Smith and 14-year-old Cooper Caffrey. The 2 teenagers injured were Brant Murray and Catherine Doucette, both 14 years of age. Of course, we've been covering this breaking news story for you all day long.
And we are leading the way with for you tonight with the very latest information on today's shooting and the teenager who's now facing some serious charges. Karen Johnson begins our team coverage tonight from Madison Township. Karen.
And Cherie, tonight the sheriff has identified the shooter as 14-year-old James Austin Hancock. He's a junior high student here at Madison Local Schools. Tonight, he's in the Butler County Juvenile Detention Center. He faces a handful of felonies, including attempted murder. Investigators say Hancock was in the cafeteria with fellow classmates this morning. It was 11:15, first junior high lunch period of the day, when he took out a gun and started shooting, according to the sheriff. At this point, we don't know if he was targeting anyone in particular. 2 students were shot and flown to Miami Valley. We're told both Cameron Smith and Cooper Caffrey are in stable condition tonight. Sheriff Jones says after the shooting, Hancock ran out of the doors and tossed his gun, but he didn't get far. Deputies had him surrounded. The school immediately went on lockdown.
I do believe we were in our first junior high round of lunch at that time, and all of our doors are locked down at all times anyway, so luckily for us it was very easy to quickly go onto a lockdown mode. Any students who were outside, I know we had some gym classes outside, and we were able to get those students back in the building as soon as possible and communicate with our parents via our one call, our website, and our social media presence that we were on lockdown.
The cafeteria had people inside eating. And when I seen the crime scene, there was a lot of trays there, but I don't know exactly if it was full.
A lot of witnesses and a lot of witness statements. When you see these things, you always see them all over the country. You see them in schools and you see them in places. You think they can't happen to you, but they do. And it's a tragedy, but we're dealing with it as we speak.
And Madison Local Schools has decided to cancel all classes tomorrow. At this point, investigators are not commenting on a motive. Reporting live tonight in Madison Township, Karen Johnson, WLWT News 5.
All right, Karen, thank you. These were 8th graders, students just eating lunch in the cafeteria when the shooter opened fire.
I can only imagine the commotion there. Witnesses say students just started running in all directions to get out of there in a hurry. WLWT News 5's Janelle Walton live from the campus where she spoke with one of those witnesses. Janelle?
Mike, Shelby Kennan, she's an 8th grader here at the school, and she says the lunch day started out like any other day in the cafeteria. The students were just grabbing their trays and their food, and they headed to the table to eat. Now, she says the shooter was just one table away from her and her friends. She says when he stood up and started firing.
A lot of kids said he had a smile on his face, but I didn't really see him. I was just like, what? And I heard a couple of loud bangs, and then I looked over, and one of the kids that got shot grabbed his leg and then fall down, and then the kid that was shooting run out, and a couple kids were screaming and crying, and everybody ran out of the building.
And you can really see Shelby kind of reliving those horrific moments as she was doing that interview with us. And another thing to note, as we talked to Shelby, her mother, Stephanie Kennan, was standing right beside us. And let me tell you guys, she was so happy to be reconnected with her daughter, that her daughter was safe, that she actually held her sweatshirt with an iron fist during our entire interview, and she was not letting go. Reporting live from Madison Township, Janelle Walton, WLWT News 5.
All right, Janelle, an entire range of emotions, young and old, experienced today. WLWT News 5's Todd Dykes has spent the afternoon at Miami Valley Hospital, where 2 shooting victims were taken for treatment.
Yeah, and Todd joins us now with the very latest information on the students' injuries tonight. Todd?
Cherie and Mike, considering how traumatic today's events were at the school, it's pretty remarkable to think about how they're doing tonight here in Dayton at this hospital. Cameron Smith and Cooper Caffrey were both flown by helicopter to Miami Valley Hospital, and when they arrived, to everyone's relief, they were both alert and awake. That's according to the director of this hospital's trauma team, Dr. Peter Eke. He said neither boy required surgery, and they're both in stable condition at this point. We know one of the boys was hit by one bullet, and the other young man was hit more than once, though we don't know exactly how many times.
Unfortunately, we are unable to tell exactly how many. We just know they are wounds, and we don't really know how many gunshot wounds that they exactly were. They were both gunshot wounds. One of them was in the thigh, and with another wound in the backside. And the second injury was in the flank, and also another one in his upper extremity in the left arm.
Dr. Eke declining to discuss what it was like from an emotional standpoint to treat victims of school gun violence, but he did talk about the efforts by the Trauma Center to reach out and work with community partners to try to prevent the kind of violence that happened today. Reporting live in Dayton, Todd Dykes, WLWT News 5.
Todd, thanks for the update. This was just a nightmare for parents in Madison schools.
And many of them were at work or at home when those shootings happened. The notifications went right out. WLWT News 5's John London spoke with some of them as they waited for their kids to be released from the scene. John.
Yeah, Mike, many of those parents were pretty far flung, working in Loveland, Mason, some of them south of the I-275 loop, rushing here to the scene, never truly anticipating that something like this would happen. Although one parent told us he has talked with his sons about what to do in such a situation, and they were in the cafeteria at the time.
Everybody knew what to do, kind of had an idea what was going on. So a lot of people scampered for the exits. Some of the boys found a safe spot and stayed there, and they said they seen the shooter walking with the gun about waist high, almost with a smirk. I guess he was targeting a couple specific kids.
No words can describe it. I was physically sick, wanting to get here to get to him.
It's my kids, so I just got in the car and it's pandemonium. My mom and my husband have been keeping me up to date.
It's going to be hard for everybody to get over this. I mean, this is something you would have never imagined that would happen at this school because how small and close, and I mean, they're always having family things go on here, so everybody's super close, everybody knows everybody, so it's definitely going to be hard for everybody.
Well, I know you were glad to see her again, and you're saying that the kids' faces coming out of the school.
They were just, it's the most heartbreaking thing you'll ever see. They're searching for their parents, they're just looking around. You see this on the news, all these shootings, and your heart goes out to them, but it's so different when you're in person watching it. And my heart still goes out to those families. And the ones we're praying for you, the ones that were injured today, we are praying for you and your families. Be strong.
And as for returning here, we know school is closed tomorrow, but once school does reopen, some parents say after what went down today, they won't hesitate to send their parents back. Others were telling us that they want to think about this a little bit more, let things sink in for a little while longer before they talk about that. Reporting live, Madison Township, John London, WLWT News 5.
All right, John, also new tonight, a gun found at Middletown High School this morning. School officials say that the gun was found in a locker at the high school after it was put on lockdown after the shooting that went on over at Madison Junior Senior High nearby. The school district also says students told a teacher during the lockdown about a possible gun at the school. Police say that a boy was taken into custody, a student. His name has not been released. Well, there are two vigils planned tonight in the wake of this latest school violence.
Yeah, there's one at Unity Baptist Church in Madison Township in less than about a half an hour from now, and then another one at Middletown High School, and that's where WLWT News 5's Curtis Fuller is live for us right now. Curtis.
Well, Mike and Cherie, this prayer vigil just started just a few moments ago. Let me step out of the way. That was being held to show a sign of support and love, according to the folks here. As you mentioned, there was a tense moment here, too. A student was arrested for having a gun at the school. Now, we're told there wasn't a specific threat. No one was injured, but just the fact a gun was found is scary enough. The gun apparently was found after another student reported to school officials that someone did have a gun. That boy had the gun, was arrested. As you mentioned, another vigil taking place nearby church right about 6:30. But again, this is held tonight as a show of support to a neighboring community. One thing that was said just a few moments ago said, you know, this is one of those situations that no one can rest easy. You can't point the finger of blame. The one thing that they've said during this vigil is that they hope everyone just prays tonight. Just prays tonight for all the families involved in this entire school area. Reporting live, I'm Curtis Fuller, WLWT News 5.
And that picture behind Curtis really shows how much this has impacted that entire community out there. Hundreds of people just locking hands tonight, praying for those victims and for the students. I mean, 1,600 students were inside that school when this shooting unfolded this morning.